Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you! Things are busy enough. You're going to waste less of my time?
The hulking man oozes stark skepticism. Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb. Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, "Smells like worn cotton," and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things
You're not imagining it. Photon emissions? What is he talking about?
Hell yeah, man. I don't usually carry printed teas, but this one was just pure exemplar. I wouldn't go so far as to say that I'm a fan, but I do think the Yomdalaman saga is an integral part of our shared reality. Most people don't think that the man from Yomdal really existed, but they're wrong. I mean, even if the man from Yomdal didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it.
Okay.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Yomdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky.
His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity. Very, very unique energies indeed. Geomagnetic ley lines, one might even say.
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
But why? I sympathize, I do. But this is a for-profit enterprise.
What a shirt. All other shirts pale in comparison to the muscular...
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with it. Sure thing. She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the truth be told, she was terrible.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued...
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
It's possible in these parts of town. We ought to find her and discourage her from taking justice into her own hands.
Sure, man. Sure. Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling? Oh, no. I don't like those kinds of objects. No sale. The photic paths, counter-radiance networks, anti-magnetism. It's darkness. That's all I know.
You have absolutely no idea what aphotic paths are, but the tattoos on the man are not that.
Another time, perhaps.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Just a moment.
10-4, come in, officer. Over.
Wait, before you say anything stupid, think it. You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory.
10-4, sir, I'm not hearing your question. That's a negative, sir. I got 10-12 visitors present here. Over. Ten-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over. Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this manner. Over.
What? What is it? What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
You probably don't want to continue on this road.
No, sir, I haven't. You're not really keen on mentioning your home life, so I've always assumed things weren't that good on that front. Over. 10-4.
Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on this front?
He asked if he ever told me about his days before.
For God's sake, cut this shit out! Tell him to stop wasting time and be a god.
Sir, Satellite Officer Vicmar says... So, was there anything else? Understood, sir. Roger that, 10-10, over and out.
An old East Delta, you ring the doorbell. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair. All you hear is static, but no one answers the call. You ring the doorbell, but nothing happens. Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore. You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if you can almost hear them breathe.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to...
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice.
Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it. No, something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care. Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been...
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds...
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget.
She sounds like she's about to cry. She doesn't answer. Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay. Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here.
It must have been some kind of faulty wiring. We should maybe stop playing with this doorbell. It looks ancient.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read. Silence. No one's home at Fortress Accident. Silence. No one answers the doorbell. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you. Silence. No one answers your call. No. Hold on. The last thing you need in your life is more hysteric emotions. Forget it. Find something else to do. The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little. He looks up at you, then looks away quickly. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door. The door is closed. This door can only be opened. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives it. He doesn't like where this is going.
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked.
He fucked the tree up!
You need to act decisively. It's Kuno. Use Kuno words.
Stop choking, Kuno! The faggot, he's got you in a choker!
Kuno's not fucking choking. Like fuck you did. Kuno's gonna keep saying kipped forever now. Kipped. Shit. The fuck did you want anyway? You got your fuck bag down. Now let's talk normal shit. Yes. Kuno wants a normal conversation. Ask normal shit, please.
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
city's not fucking lame. You are lame. Kuno's tired of defending and fuck you too, putting Kuno on the spot like that. Kuno doesn't need to fucking explain his shit.
Explain himself? As if explaining some kind of work? Some kind of avant-garde work way ahead of its time? You must get to the bottom of this one of these days. Sadly, it's unlikely to happen today.
Kuno doesn't...
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. Where else have we seen a gang of men in work boots? That's right, the hardy boys in the mess hall of whirling in rags. 1. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 46. Just like Titus was wearing in his booth. This is the big dick, Titus Hardy. The one with the ball cap. Is it? They didn't even bother to change boots. Putting them on the scene is easy. 2. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot. Steel reinforced. 4. Standard work boot. Number 45 or 46. 5. Another standard work boot. Reinforced toes. 6. Light as air. Same make of boot, but number 41. Small like a rat. Better late than never, detective. The whole world is dark and the tracks burn in it. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot. Number 46. The imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight 8. Another standard work boot. Number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole. The right sole is smoother, more worn. Curious. A missing 8th Hardy Boy.
7 sets of tracks, right? The Hardy Boys were here. That's all? Interesting. Then one of them seems to be missing.
Note to self. This would be a good question to ask Titus. Where's the 8th man?
I'm guessing that's the skinny Hardy Boy. The one with his front teeth missing. Yes, well, he did look a bit like a rat, you're right. Do you think those prints belong to him? I could still be wrong, but I'm probably not. 200. This could be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up. Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built armored man. Maybe it was a fat Hardy Boy.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Maybe the carrier wanted to impress his peers, demonstrate his physical might.
Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between 2 men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see? 200.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is...
Possibly.
But why?
Yes.
Maybe the carrier wanted to impress it.
You mean a display of athletic ability meant to belittle the victim? A local champion carrying the intruder alone? I can see it. Anyway, the others? Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the missing Hardy Boy. Wonder who he is. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
He regrets it the moment he says it.
I don't know why I said that. We are not looking for a drummer. We are looking for a group of dock workers.
The lieutenant clearly appreciates the chance to clear up the drummer issue himself.
Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
He doesn't seem to hear you, looking south toward the traffic jam instead. The machines are silent.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lean.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here, and
so far so good. Only one thing missing.
Of course, there were 8 tracks, but there are only 7 Hardy Boys.
There's one pair missing from the Union box, the 8th pair. I'm going to say it was our old soul. Yes, I doubt the Hardys are going to tell us who this person is. For now, it's best if we just keep our eyes open. I'm sure our investigation will eventually lead us to the old soul.